Hello, and welcome to step number 2 to transform your English. In step number 1, you learned how to create clear sounds in English, in the consonants, in the vowels, and in some letter combinations that will allow you to sound clear and perfectly understandable to any English speaker. Now, in step number 2, we'll take it up to the next level. We'll make sure that you can speak with a sense of flow and smoothness in your voice, so that when people listen to you, they'll be interested in what you're saying. They'll be excited and concentrated instead of being kind of distracted and getting impatient because you're speaking too slowly or very disconnected. Have you ever heard a foreigner trying to speak your language? Maybe you're speaking with him or her and they start trying to tell you their ideas. So you already know what they want to say when they start their sentence, but you have to be respectful and wait for them to finish, right? Well, sometimes that happens when we speak English. If we're speaking slowly and disconnected, people might get a little impatient. So that's the goal of this step number 2. We will learn to connect our words when we're speaking English so that we have a sense of flow and smooth speaking. Sounds good? Perfect. So say goodbye to robotic, slow, boring English fluency, and after this step and these 3 sessions of the step, you'll be able to perfectly speak connectedly. Alright, so are you ready to start? Let's start with this simple sentence. Can you please try to read it? Good. Now, we can say, and it's perfectly fine if I say, I met a guy. I met a guy. How can you connect it better though? Listen to this. I met a guy. I met a guy. Good. Now, try to say it one more time. I met a guy. Can you also understand what I'm saying? Now let me challenge you a little bit. Can you identify which sound, which letter I'm transforming? I'm not pronouncing it as it normally sounds. I'm transforming it into an R sound, kind of like an R. Not really like an R in English, but it kind of sounds like an R in Spanish, doesn't it? I met a guy. That's right. So this is one simple and very effective trick that you can start focusing on, and it will help you improve how you connect one word to the other. Transform the T's into an R sound. Remember, it's not exactly an R, but that's what I'm gonna call it, right? Kind of an R sound. I met a guy. Fantastic. Okay, let's look at another example. Try to read it. Good. So, if you're applying this trick that I just mentioned, you should be saying, should I put it away? Let's say it again. Should I put it away? Good. Now, listen to how it sounds if we're not connecting. Should I put it away? Should I put it away? It doesn't sound right? And if you speak Spanish, this kind of sounds, you don't want to say that to a Spanish-speaking person. So it is better if we just simply connect. Put it away. Put it away. You can do it. It's very simple. You just need to remember to connect your T's. Take a look at the beginning of the sentence. And I said, should I? right? So as you can see, the D is exactly the same case as the T. We can transform the D into the same sound, the same R sound that we do with the T, right? Should I? Easy? Awesome. Now you can say very simply, should I put it away? Good. So with this you can see that if you implement this consistently, most of your fluency problems will go away. Honestly, the T's and the D's will help you connect mostly every sentence that you say. So let's take a look at more examples. We said, should I? Of course, we can also say, could I? And would I? Let's say them together. Could I? Should I? Would I? As simple as that. Good job. Okay, so now that you know how to connect your T's and your D's, let's keep working on some sentences. And remember, pay attention to which sentences are a little bit more difficult for you to pronounce so that you can write them down, memorize them, and repeat them in your practices, in your car, or while you're cooking, while you're working, while you're preparing your clothes to go to work, before going to bed, etc. All right, so take a look at this other example. Can you find the places where you should connect and transform the T into an R? Exactly. What about? It's correct if you say what about, but what about saying what about? It makes it easier, right? Good, so what about getting it on the little letters? Good. What about getting it on the little letters? Now try to listen to how it sounds if I don't connect it. Let's try it. What about getting it on with little letters? What about getting it on in little letters? What about getting it on little letters? Much better and much easier. Excellent. Okay, let's increase the level of challenge a little bit. Take a look at this sentence and say it. Good. Is it becoming easier to connect and to transform these T's? Good. So by now, it should be possible for you to say, I tried it out, right? Instead of I tried it out, I tried it out and put it away for the better. Now let's say it a little bit more quickly. I tried it out and put it away for the better. I tried it out and put it away for the better. I tried it out and put it away for the better. Good. So don't be afraid, remember, to make mistakes. The more mistakes you make, the better. You're learning how to not do those things. And your tongue will roll a lot more easily the more you practice these things. There will be a point where you will completely forget about this information, this trick, because you will be doing it completely automatically every time you can do it with a T or with a D. Okay, and let me give you the final example. Good. Now, I will not say it yet. I want you to try to say it again, trying to say it a little bit faster. Now, you don't need to say everything at the same time. You can say it faster and connected, but dividing it in pieces, right? This part, then this part, finally, this part. Got it? Perfect. Let's say it together. Should I, could I, would I get a lot of lottery tickets? Awesome. Let's say it again now, everything together. Should I, could I, would I get a lot of lottery tickets? Perfect. If you can't do it yet, don't worry. This is a good sentence for you to memorize and try it. If you try it twice a day, like we talked in previous steps, maybe on your way to work, you'll find that soon enough this will be completely natural and easy for you to make. So keep trying. Alright, so now that you know what to do with your T's and your D's to connect your words and have a sense of fluency in your voice, it's time for you to implement it. It's time for you to start experimenting with this. So I want you to start paying attention when you're watching TV, watching any movies, or hearing any kind of English conversation. Find evidence that this is happening. Try to find examples where people are connecting their words. So in a TV show, when they say, "What about getting a lottery ticket?" you start thinking, "Oh, that's it, they're connecting." And try to repeat it. Good? So look for evidence in the real world that this is happening and write down the examples that you want and that you like. Also, remember, you should download the PDF file that you will find on the webpage for this lesson so you can see more examples and continue your practices this way. Alright, so you have learned a very important and, as you can see, very simple tool that will radically increase the speed, the flow, and the quality of your English. This will allow people to feel relaxed and excited when they're talking to you or when they're listening to you. So keep practicing until you're satisfied with the results. Keep a list and keep writing the examples that you find in the real world and that you feel that you need to practice the most. Until then, I hope that you stay well.